Yo, what up guys, iReapism here and welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to say thank you very much for your comments and feedback on my recent video about the neglect of Minecraft. And honestly, from here on out, let's just move forward, I don't see why we should stay back in, time and not move forward to bigger and better things, at least for me, and sharing that with you. But, recently, this was my biggest thing was talking about my creation, the random string generator, and like how it's useful. And then I made this video talking about that, specifically that. So these are the type of videos to expect in the future of my channel, guys. These right here, and like other videos that don't have to do with programming or me programming specifically. But in this video, I want to demonstrate my program as it is right now. This is the old one, and that's what it looks like. But this is the new one, which is again a lot better in my opinion. But let's just take a look. This is the full tab, and here's the full tab of this. Different options and stuff, but this one, for example, well, this one, you can only change the length of the string, right? This one, you can change the length and change the iterations of that. So you can iterate multiple times under the same settings. Impossible to do it in this one. No support for that. But again, I added a new feature. So another feature was most frequent character in all the iterations. So if we go to one iteration, five occurred 3 times in here. So 1, 2, 3 right there. Pretty amazing stuff. We can constantly tweak this, and let's see if we get more occurrences. But 0 occurred 5 times in here. That's pretty impressive. But yeah, guys, same idea. We get the lowercase and symbols, and basically I talked about in my recent video about the neglect of Minecraft that, well, towards the end I was like, I'm trying to focus on my future, and that sounds like really like that might be a little scary in a way, like that, I'm focusing so much on moving up in the world, and that is kind of scary, to be honest. Like, I'm not 100% ready for that kind of stuff, guys. You have to realize, like, it's not just gonna be that way, like let's say if I do get a job with programming or something like that, it's not the end there. Like, it's just a different toll on my life. It's gonna be a lot different. But at the same time, it's going to be very similar in that I still have the interest in YouTube, and hopefully I'll have the time. That's the only thing, right? It's time. So I guess that's why it can be a little bit scary. But anyways, I've added so many features to this. It looks so much nicer, as you can see. And some of the features are like using a different type where you get exact permutations, not like this. Here, let's see. You see how this approximates? Horribly. This is such a horrible approximation of this number. It is so off. Like, so off, the approximation. Like, the front part is good, but all of this, all these zeros, 100% approximated. So if we go to, if we just match the symbols, here, let's go to, link 17, I guess. Here we go. 11047047 6942323 666 8 no 4. That's an approximation. This has been rounded completely all the way down, and it's actually 35. So 835. The 359 has been approximated to 4. That's a horrible rounding that just ensued. It just rounded everything, right? And this are all zeros. This is called the double type limit, or the double, which is why it does this. It approximates like that, and it has to do with integer divided by integer, stuff like that, multiply. But yeah, this new thing gets you the exact permutations down to the exact finite part of it right at the end. Everything is 100% accurate, and that's exactly the probability. It's just 1 over the permutations. Whatever. I don't want to bore you. That's basically how the program works. But yeah, you're probably wondering, like, what's good with this program? Why am I focusing on it so much? Like I said in the video previously on the recent neglect of Minecraft, I talked about not making programs that just do things. Like, that's a very naive way to program. When you program just to make things work, it's very naive in my opinion. If that's all you're doing as a programmer, I think you have the wrong intuitions. I think the idea of programming is to discover and find and create new things that can be of use. Not just to make the code work, like not like it's essentially taking a shortcut and you're not exploring the paths that are available. And so this program essentially, to narrow it down to get to the point, is showing creativity that this program can generate every possible sentence in the English language and in any language given a certain amount of time, a finite time. This will never represent infinity, but we're not even close. But if you through my add character options, we can add characters of different languages to the list for it to generate, and it would then, well, it's broken right now. I didn't implement it, but it would generate every possible sentence in every language through that. So it's a very, very creative program, as you can tell. It takes in consideration a lot of things, and it has these statistics which really demonstrate the beauty of math and how exponents really create gigantic numbers and stuff like that, and all these other things. But this is just one video, guys, of so many more that I have planned. So I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait to make these videos. By the way, this is a character list if you want. That's how big it is. It's pretty ginormous. There's a space right there in the symbols. Yeah, it showcases everything. It tells you everything about the string information. And yeah, I still have a lot to work on, but this is what it looks like so far. It's a lot cleaner, as you can see. I also have appearances that I'm trying to work on. Kind of like you see in the background, a dark theme. Kind of like that, basically. And all the rest don't work right now. They're just very, bad. Oh, sure. But basically, when you get the program, guys, it'll allow you to download the new version. Like I made it so that this program is newer. So like when you press check for updates, it's gonna say nothing, like no updates found. But when I update it, when I update the online file, which this uses to check, just download this program, guys, is what I'm saying. And then when I tell you this new version is available, just go to the old program and just press check for updates, and it'll download this one. They're completely separate applications, but I've designed it in a way that it will actually do that. Like I can make this download Google Chrome or something, whatever. It's pretty cool. The world of programming, right? Guys, I also have some other content coming out pretty relatively soon in May, June-ish, in which I explore some really crazy mathematical ideas, and you can see some of the text documents, the scripts that I'm working on, the limits of computing, so types of infinity, and this is going to be a visual example of infinity because Vsauce actually came out with a really neat video of talking about infinities, but I want to kind of put it in the visual perspective, which makes no sense, but I've got a great analogy for it. Anyways, we have a new hypothesis I'm coming up with in mathematics, and if I'm able to prove this, guys, I will get my name in a paper forever, basically, which is awesome, or in a textbook and stuff like that, to prove something like this. This could be very useful, but anyways, yeah, I'll have to make a new video about that, which will follow after this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out now.